people need to prepare for hard times when it comes to food, and any product, and think about access to these products. Who's going to access the products? It's not going to be the working class. Probably not even going to be the middle class. It's going to be the the top kind of 1%. Yeah, I think people need to prepare for hard times when it comes to food, and any product, and think about access to these products. Who's going to access the products? It's not going to be the working class. Probably not even going to be the middle class. It's going to be the top kind of 1%. Yeah, I think people.
Shalom. I want to begin this video first and foremost by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, and that's like to give honors to our teachers, the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, GMS, who taught all of us 100% truth according to the Bible, who's been great examples to us in the faith. And it's like to give shalom to the elders, the bishops, that's been laboring. Shalom to the elect. Alright, so here we got a video. It came out not too long ago. The title of the video is called "Food Shortages Are Coming Sooner Than You Think," and this has been happening. Brothers has been going into these stores. All right, people all around the country have been going to these stores, and the shelves are becoming more emptier. All right. So food shortages, they're coming. All right, and we've been saying this because it's in the scriptures. All right, it's talked about in the scriptures, 2 Esdras, and 15. All right, 16. All right. I wanna and it's talked about all throughout the scriptures. All right. And this is nothing new. This been going on. All right. And the Lord's gonna bring a major one here to Babylon, aka America. This is Matthew's. I want to bring out scripture, Matthew 24 and 5. It says, "For many shall come." No, verse 4. "And Yahushua said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed one, and shall deceive many." So you got a lot of false prophets out here deceiving the people and not telling them the whole truth. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars." And you still hearing wars, talks of World War III, and you got actual wars actually going on behind the scenes. All right, it's probably not being talked about, but there's wars actually going on. And of course, the wars they show you on TV. It says, "See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nations shall rise against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms, and there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. These are the beginning of sorrows." And I wanted to get that. It says, and there should be famines. Okay? A famine is coming, and a famine is when there's a lack of food, water, resources. Okay, things that you need to survive and live. Okay, it's gonna be a lack of it. All right, and that's what's coming sooner than you think. As this video title, "Food Shortages Are Coming Sooner Than You Think." And like I said, when you go to these grocery stores, ain't shit in there on the shelves. It's become more and more bare, man. This is what's coming. All right. And I pull up some images. Grocery stores are struggling to stop their empty shelves, and this is what people all over the country are seeing. All right, they're going into these stores, and this is what's going on. All right. So expect more food shortages, the lack of food and all that. This is what to expect. It's coming. It's here. All right. 1 minute there's food, next minute it's not, because the Lord is bringing a famine. 1 minute your stomach's full, next minute it's not. All right. Why? Because the Lord is bringing a famine. These are the times that we're living in. All right. And I'm gonna end it off with, and it talks about famine in the Apocrypha. All right, Second Esdras. It talks about famines in the Old Testament, the New, in the Apocrypha, all throughout the scriptures. Second Esdras 6:22, and suddenly, when you least expect it, shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall be suddenly be found empty. All right. The storehouses are going to be found empty. These different storehouses where they keep the food at, that's going to be empty soon. As you see here in this photo, the shelves are not being stocked. Okay, they're being. You see the shelves are more bare. They barely stocked. Scriptures say that these shelves were going to be empty. And the Bible prophesied this. All right. And what it means going to be empty, brother? Well, it ain't going to be no food up in these stores. All right, and that's going to put people. That's going to lead to people panicking, put people in panic mode because they can't. They're going to start bugging out because they can't get food. They can't get groceries. All right, and especially with these high prices. All right, food is so expensive nowadays. What you expect people to do? All right, people going to end up taking it, whether it's from the stores or their neighborhood. All right, people they're gonna start invading each other's houses for the lack of bread, for food, for water, resources. That's what people are going to end up doing. That's how it's going to go down. All right. Read 2 Esdras 15 and around 14 on down. It talks about that. So this is another warning. All right. More shortages are on the way. A famine is on the way. It's coming. All right. And I'm going to end it giving all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, GMS, to all of us the truth. According to the Bible, shalom to you brothers that's pushing this word, just pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, week in, week out, day in, day out. Truthfully and sincerity, and shalom to the elect.